Hey guys, it's Alyssa here again, and I'm here to show you how to do a low budget recording setup and editing. So I'm going to be putting this into two parts, one on the setup and then the other on how to edit it through Premiere Pro, and just how I do it and how I do it the easiest way, the fastest way in order to get a course started for yourself. I'm part of an organization and I do a lot of volunteering with media and stuff like that. And so for their college, I've been doing some course material and course recording so we can have online material for the colleges across Asia. So I do all that fun stuff of the editing and recording, and sometimes people don't understand what's really put into it and how to do that. So I'm here to show you how to do it on a low budget, professional way of doing it for your setup and editing. So in part one, I'll teach you how to do the actual setup process of it, and we'll take you there into post editing. And that'll be really cool because then you can see how to do it, what's the easiest way possible. I remember first doing it myself and just feeling like, what the heck do I do? I don't know. But I've, over the years, 5-6 years of doing media, recording, and photography, I've kind of learned the ways in doing it and just how to figure that out, and the ways of simple ways and low budget ways to make video look really nice. So I know with everything that's going on, it's kind of crazy with everyone's doing live streams and videos are going up all over the place. Everything's online now, and I want to help you to get that sort of stuff up in a low budget cost. You don't have to buy these crazy expensive stuff to make something look good. So the initial investment might seem like a lot, but in the years to come, I've had my camera for 4 years now and it still works amazing. This is what I'm using right now to record. The initial cost seems like a lot, but in the long run, you'll see that it provides for you in ways. In this first video, we're going to show how to set up your course for recording and what's the best way to do that. So normally I do like a 2 tripod, 2 camera setup, but if you only have one, that's totally okay too. And I'll show you how to do that for a 1-shot camera and 2-shot camera. I'll show you options for audio so that you can see what your costs are and what you're able to do. I'm also going to take you through lighting as well, some low budget lighting. Right now, I am just using natural light, and honestly, natural light, super. So go with that more than getting those professional high-tech stuff. So yeah, let's get started with that. Hey, my name is Alyssa Redner. I'm the owner of Just Creating. At the age of 18, I had no idea what to do with my life. So I took a plane for 7 weeks in Asia and never looked back. Now I'm a photographer, videographer, designer, online entrepreneur, training and helping creatives, small businesses, and organizations to make their dream happen. As I was saying before, I did some course videos for the organization that I'm part of. We did a 3-shot camera style because there were 2 people. Well, you're gonna want a close-up of one person and a close-up of another person, as well as a wide shot. And that's how we did our 3-shot interview style camera setting. So I understand that not a lot of you have a lot of equipment that you can use in order to do that, and so I've kind of downsized it a bit so that it's just 1 camera or 2 camera shot if you have it, and the possibilities of that and the shots that you can do with that. To set up a chair, and when you set up your tripod for your camera, you want to keep it at eye level for your camera so that the level of the eye and level of the camera is at the same position. And so you set up your tripod, you do the settings for that, and make sure that you have all your manual settings set up properly. And it's not so bright, not too dark for it. And you just want to make adjustments and make sure that you see that my head space up at the top, there's not too much. You don't want it too much, and you don't want someone's head cut off like this. So just make sure that you have that nice amount of head space for the framing of your shot. Normally for people, if they're talking, do something like this, which is a medium shot, close-up shot that you can do for something that is more personal and one-on-one with just one camera or two cameras. So for your audio, there are many options. I normally use lapel mics to do the courses that I previously did. Just something that is in budget. You can buy these lapel mics that you can put into your camera and plug in. It's not as expensive as like some lapel mics out there, but it definitely works. I've used it on some, which I'll show you the example of.
After a while she was. When we did that, we had the retreat in January.
The mic part is just a little bit bigger than normal lapel mics, but it still works. Audio is great. So you need to get that set up and clipped onto someone, and then you adjust the audio settings manually through your camera. If you only have one camera and are just doing one shot for this is a perfect setting for it. You just want to keep it eye level. But if you're wanting two, is to set up it right beside it. Make sure that you have a plan B audio. Always have a plan B if you have a one shot or a two shot. On my second camera, I have a Rode mic Go. So that would be my plan B audio. So always have a plan B, because I've done it many times where we've had 2 hours of training or 1 hour of training or 30 minutes of training, and sometimes it doesn't work out. Your audio glitches or whatever, and you need that second plan B to save your butt so that you can actually do what you need to do. And so that's what actually happened several times. So I'm just giving you a tip on how to do that. Always have a plan B audio. If you had two cameras, this would be your two shots and what it would look like. If you only have one camera, then just stick with this, and you would simply just zoom in on your second shot. So as we said, for audio, you need to have a plan A and plan B. Make sure your plan A is closer to your person, and then your plan B can either be a Rode mic on the top, or it can be from your iPhone. And I'll just show an example of how to do that as I'm showing this, and I just recording my audio. Or this can be your second option for audio for your plan B. And I would just set it on someone's lap or a table beside you. So that's what it would sound like if it was on my lap. I have a table right beside me, and that's what it would sound like if it was on the table. So there. So as you can tell, it works pretty well. I've used it for many things. I used it for a wedding, and I'll just show an example for that because the audio situation wasn't working out. So that was when you have to have a plan B. I literally used my phone to record.
Commitment with one another. We celebrate with them in thankfulness to the Lord for this day.
For a one-shot camera would be, you can do your phone and a lapel mic attached to your camera, or you can do your two-shot camera and have the boom mic and lapel mic. So always have your plan B. Also, another tip is once you start recording at the beginning, someone can clap, and then that will align up the shots all together, and I'll explain that a little bit more in part 2. For lighting, you're just gonna see that I set up right beside a window and that natural light's coming in. I'll show you ways to do it with lighting and without it, so that you can just make sure what is the best option for you. So I have the light on the right side and the lighting on the left side, and then my person in the middle. I have the light on and the light off, and that's what it will look like. The light is really bright on one side and very dark on the other side. So if you just want to use natural light, just move the chair closer to the window. That is the best way. You move your camera just over a little bit and make sure that your face is facing the window and it's not harsh light, and it looks really good still. I just had to move around the framing a bit. But essentially it still works and you're good to go. And why not use natural light if you can? So for our courses, we actually did a lot of natural light. You know, you don't have to do all the fancy equipment in order to get something to look good, to make it look the best. So yeah, like it just doesn't take a lot of work to make something look good, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to make something look good. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Please share it to your friends who are also going through this and need help in this area. I am really looking forward to the results. Please send me whatever you have and let me know how it went in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Alyssa, and stay tuned for part 2.